Hello everyone, my name is Aman, and if you have already observed by now, I stammer or stutter, and today is day 6th that I started doing speech therapy because I have a confidence and faith that speech therapy is very helpful to get rid of stammering. It may not be so fluent immediately, but there are cases and example which have shown that speech therapy has helped people uh, speak fluently, and a classic or very famous person who used to stammer earlier is Hrithik Roshan. He is a very popular and famous actor in Bollywood, so he also used to stammer, and I think he is the biggest example of a stutter who speaks fluently now. And English is not my primary language, and whatever I am speaking is not scripted, so you can expect some pronunciation or grammatical mistakes in my video. And so, as I said, it is the 6th day of my stammering, and I think if you watch the video, you may notice that I don't stammer so much. In this video at least, there was a word with H. At that point I stutter a lot, and apart from that the speak is kind of smooth. And it has two reasons. If you see that this much improvement in only 6 days is not possible, so the one thing is I am putting too much effort on this speech therapy in last 6 days, and apart from that I also try to use those during my speech or conversation I make with my friends or colleagues or my neighbors. So it is the first thing that I am putting a decent amount of effort on the speech therapy in last 6 days. That's why you may see that a good effect of therapy. Another thing is that I had done speech therapy in past also, so this is my 4th time that I have started doing speech therapy, and in past I was not able to continue it for long as it was required, and this time I am trying to do it for longer. So maybe I already had done speech therapy in past, so it can be a reason that my speaking looks comparatively fluent, considering that I just have done speech therapy for 6 days only. So it is a thing. So I am hopeful that I'll be able to speak better over the time. And yes, one thing to admit is that in my real live conversation I'm not able to speak as fluent as you see in this video, but yes, in my real life conversation also I can notice that I am improving. So all it requires is patience and the practice. These two things are very important, and it is something I learned over the time about speech therapy. So I would also like to add that this time my eye contact is not with the camera, instead it is with my video I am seeing in the phone screen. So I can feel that if I am observing my face, my eyes, and just focusing on my facial expression and behaviors, I am able to speak more fluent and more confidently. So people should also try this technique, as they can use mirror to practice their speak. So yeah, this is it, and I usually have my videos in Hindi, but this one is in English to compare my very first video on my channel that I had recorded almost 2-3 years back. It is my first video on this channel, if you can put effort to find it. And there also I had that video uploaded after doing 3 weeks of extensive speech therapy, and I meant, so if I said extensive, I meant that I was on off from my office or my work for 2 weeks, and I was focusing full time on my therapy only. So that was my best ever effort I have put so far on speech therapy. So in that video also my intro is in English, so to be able to compare that, I am having this video recorded in English. And yes, and I'm not sure about others, but for me, my stuttering also depend on the language I'm using to speak. So I have noticed that if I am speaking in English, I am most fluent, and then if I speak in Hindi, I am comparatively less fluent, and then I have a native language that is called Mathili. There I am the least fluent. So to be able to improve in all these languages, I try to use all these 3 languages with different types of people I have in my life. So for my office work, I try to communicate in English. For my neighbors, I use Hindi, and then for my family members, I use my native language, Mathili. So I'm not sure if others also have this different speaking fluency for different uh, uh, languages. However, I would like I would like to add that it should be opposite and vice versa, because English is the last uh, language I learnt, and Maithili was my very first language I started speaking. So this is it for today, people, and today it was being difficult for me to be able to record the video, but still I somehow am able to uh, manage to record this video as my daily activity. I did not want to skip it. So yeah, so it's around 11 p.m. already. So good night, stay home, stay safe, bye bye, take care.